Good morning. This is KHTS Co-News Director Jade Aubuchon here with a special broadcast with Santa Clarita Mayor Laurene Weste. How are you?
I'm good. Very good today. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside, and we are here to discuss the City of Santa Clarita's Veterans Day ceremony tomorrow, which is going to happen at 11 a.m. at the Veterans Historical Plaza, which is right down the street here in Old Town Newhall. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're doing tomorrow?
Very special day where we can thank our military and our veterans for their service. And we thank you for your service, ladies and gentlemen. You're amazing people to be out there in front for our country. And tomorrow's your day. Tomorrow happens to be a very special Veterans Day. In 1972, in November, the decision was made and announced to pull out of Vietnam. And that was a remarkable thing. So we're in the 50th anniversary period of withdrawal from Vietnam, which we were in Vietnam from 1969 through 1974. In honor of that, I had created 200 ID tags, dog tags, that are made exact replica of those tags. And on those tags, it says, "Welcome home, City of Santa Clarita," the date, and Vietnam. So this is a very special thing to welcome back and honor all of those who had served, men and women, and those will be available tomorrow at Veterans Historical Plaza. I want to make sure that every military person knows that they are valued. It is most important. And I wanted to tell you a story that triggered me to do this. Some years back, and Veterans Historical Plaza was just being opened, and we went through a big celebration. It was a huge thing in Santa Clarita. We were honoring all military, including those from Vietnam, and we raised the flags from all military service: the American flag, our state flag, our city flag, and the POW flag. And as the celebration ended and people were seated, there were there were a couple of people sitting, and I had to help clean up. So I watched as everybody left. There was one man sitting over on one of the beautiful ornate benches, and he looked very, very tired. And he looked like he was having some issues. He was having a hard time. So I went over and I asked him if I could assist him, and he said, "No, I'm just happy to be here." And I said, "Are you from here?" And he said, "No, I came here today because I saw an article in the paper that the city was opening and dedicating a park to all military service, including those from Vietnam." And I said, "Where did you come from, sir?" And he looked up at me and he said, "I came from Silmar. I walked here." And I could barely breathe for a second. And I looked at this man and I said, "Why did you do that?" And he said, "This is the first time since I came home from Vietnam that I felt accepted and wanted in my country." And it stayed with me. I don't know his name, but he was a very special man, and it meant a lot to him. And to all those veterans of Vietnam, you always say it to each other, but from the city of Santa Clarita, welcome home. We're very proud of you. And I will see you tomorrow at Veterans Historical Plaza at 11 o'clock.
That is incredibly powerful. I can see why that stayed with you.
That man will never leave my consciousness. And it made me realize that so many men and women that were drafted or joined and went over and served came back, and they were heartbroken that they were not accepted. They
Mhm.
were treated very badly. So hopefully we can heal some hearts and make people feel that they're special and that they are loved by their country and their
Absolutely.
community.
Absolutely. Because I know that sounds like a really big number, 50, but a little bit of a personal story here. My mother was born on Guam because her father was posted over there during Vietnam. They left, I think, in 73. That's when they were starting to help get all the families out of there. And the whole time, her and her two brothers weren't held by my grandmother the entire time because it was just all these guys who were finally coming home who were able to hold these little kids and finally go home. And that's one of her clearest memories of coming to America for the first time.
That's powerful. Going home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're there and you're a Vietnam veteran, I will be proud to give you a tag that welcomes you home. And they are the exact replica of the original tags from that period.
Well, you heard that. I am here with Mayor Laurene Weste of the city of Santa Clarita. We sincerely hope to see you tomorrow at our annual Veterans Day ceremony. It will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Friday, November 11th, 11/11, right over at the Veterans Historical Plaza, which is just down the street over here in Old Town New Hall. Thank you so much for joining us, Laurene, and thank you so much for sharing that moving story. I can see why that stayed with you. We're all a little misty-eyed in here.
Me included. Thank you for letting me share that.
Thank you very much. Stay here tuned in to KHTS FM 98.1 AM 1220 and hometownstation.com.